Hello and welcome back to Ceol Part 2, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the first half of the show. It was highly entertaining, and the second half will just be as good, I promise. We are so lucky to have so many families involved in traditional Irish music, and you'll see a lot of them performing over the weekend of our Trad Fest. Some local artists appearing in the second half show are Brian Ryan and family, we have Frank and Willie Kelly, we have the Tractor Brady, Roisin O'Connor and Ned O'Connor, we have Paul Rice and family, and we have the great singer Luke Marr from County Offaly. Some of our great friends are coming back from Dingle again in County Kerry, Aoife and Deirdre Granville. Our banjo tutor this weekend for our workshop is Brona Graham, and she hails from County Antrim. We have a great group which one of our committee members, Michael Buckley, is involved in. Splendid Isolation. They're going to be entertaining you as well. We have the great Francis Kennedy, storyteller, singer, composer and a great character. We have the All-Ireland Céilí Band champions, the Blackwater Céilí Band. And finally, from London, we have the duo Orla and Brogan McAuliffe. So sit back, get comfortable and enjoy the second half of our Ceol here on Tradfest.
Hello everyone from Dingle, we're delighted to be with you and looking forward to being back in Tullamore in person, and well done to all of you for getting all of this sorted to celebrate the Tradfest in Tullamore. So we're going to do a few reels for you. The first one is Teresa Gardner's, the second one I think is called Eel in the Sink, and a fairly common tune, Galway Rambler, that we love playing.
I'm an honest Irish labourer and I come from the County Clare. And once I had a little farm with nothing much to spare, but I had to sell me donkey and me little billy goat. Oh, and with the money I had left to Glasgow, took a boat. In the morning when I landed there, before me hair was dry, I was started at the Mickey Dam in a place that they call Mulgai. And the gang that looked over us, they called him John the Mouse. And the very first day I started there, me he bait a grouse. Well, I quickly did surprise him, and I said, you little rat, I'll tie a string around your neck, I'll toss you to the cat, for I'm as strong as any lion. I was reared on eggs and ham, I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. Well, this aroused the mouse's temper, and at me he made to jump, and he swore he'd paralyze me with the handle of a pump. But I quickly did surprise him, and I grabbed him by the throat, and I shook that ugly monkey till the tail fell off his coat. For I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared on eggs and ham, I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared on eggs and ham, I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. Well, them big hotels we're stopping in, they call them navvies' huts. Oh, and the bugs and the fleas that live in the beds, they're as big as coconuts. And on Saturday night, when I get rare, I'll stand behind the door, and as they come out one by one, I'll bash them to the floor. 'Cause I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared on eggs and ham, I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. For I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared on eggs and ham, I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam.
Hello to all in Tullamore Tradfest. 'Tis only a pity that we can't be there live to hear the great music and everything and have the fun and the crack with you all. But sure, we'll rally again and we'll be out of this lockdown and we'll be out in force and having the fun. Well now, I'm going to tell you about a story from my part of the world, going back a good few years now. Tom Maloney was his name. He was a great footballer in his day. But he spent all his youth running after a football. Didn't he forget to run after a woman? And before he knew it, the night came on him. There he was left all alone and lonesome. Now, Tom would be a bachelor. The wrong side of 50. I suppose you could say he was an unclaimed treasure. Oh, Tom would be a good mark now. His looks might be against him, but his bank balance was a distinct advantage. Now, you would say, who'd marry him? But they say every old tide washes up something. And who should come home from America the time I talk of only Nell Quaid's daughter caught. There she arrived with a new coat, a new hat, and a handbag. 'Pon my soul, 'twas the size of a horse's collar. She had 2 big lavericks of suitcases full of silken slips and knickers and all other sorts of finery. She'd all the girls at home driven cracked with envy. They'd no silken finery in their skin, not at all. Only old gibbles down to their knees tied with hempen cord, and knickers made out of sunrise flour bags. Course, if the truth was known, Caught needed the finery. They say fine feathers make fine birds. Well, I'll describe Cauchy if I can. Cauch now, she was the sort of girl now. Well, look, I'll tell you, she had teeth protruding from the front of her mouth. She was the sort of girl now that could nearly eat an apple through a letterbox for her. She could kiss a man there now and pluck his eyebrows at the same time. Well, an account to matrimony was ran between Tom and Cauch, and she agreed to marry him. Yeah, these were the days of made matches. And you know something? The first time they met were on the steps of the altar. Fancy that. And you know, after the wedding, 'twas no going away on a honeymoon, going back to the house for to keep it the reel and the caper. But those were the days that the neighbours could come in, and there was no 6 people at a wedding or the likes. Well, the neighbours started to come in, and they had music, and they had dancing, and they had storytelling, and before nightfall, didn't the straw boys arrive in to wish good health on the couple? Well, they had an eager modern of merry-making and dancing, and the couple hardly got a minute alone until it was time to go to the hammock in the room. Now, I'm going back to the days when everything was new. There was no paw-darling going on in those days. And there was definitely no smahawning going on. Well, when they went down in the room, you see, that was a problem because Caught, you see, Caught had her own problems, you see. Caught suffered from awful bad breath altogether. But she'd her plan. She thought if she woke, set the alarm to ring around 6 in the morning, hop out of bed, wash her teeth well, gargle her mouth with salt and water, hop back into bed, and sure Tom might even miss that she was gone. Tom, of course. Sure, Tom was too looking backwards when it came to women. A poor man that couldn't string 2 words together or sentences together in the presence of a woman. And you see, what really held him back was he suffered from awful bad feet, smelly feet, overactive feet. And he thought he had a plan as well, because he discussed it with some people that should know, and they told him if he bathed his feet well, twice a day, dried them well, apply a fresh pair of socks on each occasion, and let the socks on him full time. Now, that's the plan now. That's what you should be doing now, and 'twould certainly a problem if any of you have it. Well, Tom anyway, letting the socks on him full time. He went into bed anyway, togged off into bed, got into bed. Well, now we won't go any further in that line, but the best laid plans of mice and men don't always work out. Didn't Tom wake in the middle of the night, and didn't he realise one of his socks were missing? And he started to panic, and he started to paw all around the bed looking for his sock. And in his panic, didn't he wake up Caught? And Caught, forgetting about her bad breath, she shot around in the bed, and she said, Tom, love, are you looking for something? Well, sure, her breath nearly flattened him back in the bed. He said, I'm looking for my sock, but I've great fear you're after swallowing it. Thank you, folks.
Gee, Varisha Carda, Sean Ned, agus Attracta, agus Roisin, agus Talmage chun 3 tunes a chasagui. Agus gur míle maith goibh leis an Tradfest Tullamore as an seans shot chun piece of Ceol as chasagui. Cad a bhaid mit a casa, Roisin?
Ní bhaid mit chun 2 rial a chasagui, an céad rial ná Brady's number 9, agus cum John Brady A, an dar cean ná the street player, agus cum Ed Reevy A, agus an 2 cean ná Shan rial dar ban the Greenfield of Rossbeg.
Right, all right, Lynn.
In the lowlands of Cregan there lives a white hare, as swift as the swallow that flies through the air. You may tramp the world over, but none can compare to the pride of the Cregan, that bonny white hare. One clear Sunday morning, as you will suppose, oh, the red golden sun o'er the green mountain rose. Barney Conway came down and he loudly declared, this day I'll put an end to that bonny white hare. Oh, he searched through the lowlands and down through the glens, all among the wild ditches where the white hare it ends, till at last coming back o'er the heather so fair, from behind a wild thistle out jumped the white hare. Bang, bang went his gun, and his dog she slipped too, as swift as the wind o'er the green mountain flew. But the dog soon came back, and this made Barney sigh, for he knew that the white hare had bid him goodbye. We're some jolly sportsmen down here from Pomeroy, from Cookstown, Dungannon, and likewise the Moy. With our pedigree greyhounds we've travelled from far, and we've come down to Cregan in our fine motor car. Well, away to the lowlands these huntsmen did go, in search of the white hare they'll look high and low, till at last Barney Conway on a bog bank so bare shouted out to these huntsmen, there lies the white hare. They call up their greyhounds from off the green lea, and Barney and the huntsmen all jump high with glee, for there on the turf bank all gathered around, and 7 dogs and 9 men did that poor hare surround. And no wonder the white hare did tremble with fear, as she stood on her hind legs and rose her big ears. But she stood on her hind legs, and with one gallant spring she jumped over the greyhounds and broke through the ring. Well, the chase it went on, 'twas a beautiful view, as swift as the wind o'er the green mountain flew. But these pedigree greyhounds, they didn't go far, they came back and went home in their fine motor car. Well, along came a man, and you all know him well, his name is Mick Kelly and Bonnie Black Nell. In search of the white hare, he says he'll have fun, here's 50 to 1 that Black Nell does her turn. 5 turns the hare got then from Bonnie Black Nell, and the 6th one was given round John Haughey's well. It was there we lost sight of the hare and the dog, and 10 minutes later they came o'er the black bog. Well, the chase it went on, it was great for to see, the white hare and the greyhound both roamed light and free, till she travelled to Esker, where she knew the land well, and to Bonnie Black Nell there soon bid farewell. So now to conclude and to finish my rhyme, I hope you'll forgive me for wasting your time. If there's any among you in Carrickmore fair, drink a jolly good health to that bonny white hare.